J-Drone here. What's going on, guys? T-Lite, small but controls it all. It is small. I have these other controllers set here. That way you can see size comparison. We have T16 here. We have two different T12s, the original one and the carbon fiber one. This thing's going to do, essentially, what all these do in a smaller package. So what you see is what you will get in a box. You will get a controller. You will get a little Makerfire card. You will get a Makerfire Crazy Pony sticker sheet. You will also get basic instructions. I'm also going to go over basic instructions. You will get a external port if you are going to be using Crossfire. You'll get a little charging cable. And just to show you, because I already have them off, you have two warning labels. One is for the battery, which is right there. You can read. It basically says make sure your positive and negative is correct when you're putting it in. Two is about the antenna. Any controller you do not want to start up, turn on without an antenna on it, because you can burn it out. You will need your own battery. This is the battery that I'm going to be using. It's an XTAR 2600 milliamp hour battery. And again, that is your positive. It should be marked somewhere. Bam, positive. That is your negative. Flat side negative. Tip on it, positive. I already have the case off. That way you can see in here. And there's also a warning in there as well. Let's see if we can see. So we're going to try to put this like this so you can see. Negative is far left. You can see underneath that silver part, negative. And positive underneath that silver part above the screw, positive. Do not screw this up. You can screw up your controller. And you can see that is where your external module will go if you decide to use it. Alright, so I've purposely cast a shadow over the screen because we're going to show you how to use this basic functions. With your battery in, correct positive and negative, and your antenna on, you're going to hold this button. You'll see little dotties. And actually don't hold it. Let's just go ahead and long hold it. Come on now. And you'll see OpenTX, throttle warning. It's giving you a throttle warning, and then it'll take it away once you put the throttle down. So let's go over basic buttons. Basic buttons. Up here you have your enter and your return. Enter and return. Over here you have your up and down. And then over here you have system. And I believe that's the one that you are going to page. So we're going to go over here. I do still have the plastic covering on it, but you can see that it kind of goes away. To get to your models, you're going to long hold enter. Then a model. So what we want to do, we want to page over. This is how we would bind stuff. We're going to really concentrate on that. That doesn't work too well. Let's just go over here. There, maybe that's a little bit better. We're actually going to page up. I suggest paging up when you want to bind something. So external RF would be Crossfire. We don't have it plugged in. You don't have to worry about that. Right now, we want to use, I guess we'll do that. We want to use, there we go, that actually looks pretty good. We want to use the multi. I just want to show you what is in this controller. Let's see. So actually you got to go down here. We have to hit our enter button. And then we are just going to try to remain still. Should be using a tripod. Have a Bang protocol. Bang RX. Bugs, which everybody loves, Bugs Mini. I'm not going to read all these. I'm simply going to go through them. That way you know what protocols are in here. And there are sub-protocols, like you see DM002 version, whatever. Let's get to a different one that'll show you different, let's see. Probably the MJXQ. Fly Sky, Fry Sky. Fatuba. So as you can see, it says Optima underneath that. Some of these protocols have sub-protocols, which I'll show you there. Hubsan. Hubsan's a perfect one. So Hubsan H107. If you wanted to get to a different model, you would hit enter again. You would then go down here. You would hit enter again. You would then go to your page button over here. You can see 301, 501. Then you can go back. That's how you go through the sub-protocols. A lot of these have sub-protocols. We're going to go ahead and go up, and we're just going to keep scrolling through our protocols. That way you know what's in this radio. To bind stuff is very simple. You find your protocol, then you jump all the way down here where it says bind and hit bind. If you need a channel mapping and layout, I will scroll over to that screen. MJXQ has a lot of them. We're going to go ahead and scroll down here. We're going to click on this. Any T12, T16 video, the binding is going to be the same. The channel outlay is going to be the same. As you can see, MJXQ has a bunch of protocols. Sub-protocols, I guess I should say. And a lot of the MJXQ stuff is older, brushed MJX drones. We're going to go ahead and keep going over just to show you what is in here. I don't think a lot of guys are doing this, and I think they should, because if you're going there's a Potensic one, which is huge. There's also a Propel one. If you're going to buy this, you kind of want to know what it'll bind to. Obviously, I'm not going through all the sub-protocols, but this should give you a very good idea of what protocols are in here, and you could also reference through the OpenTX site and see there's a Traxxas one. I love that they're expanding the protocols from the original T8 SGs. I would, however, love a deviation version of this. That would be great. XK, love me some XK stuff. I don't think there's actually ever been an XK protocol. Let's see what's in there. I think it's always been underneath something else. Come on. No, I guess there is only the XK450, so the rest of them are going to be underneath something else. I have plenty of videos showing what drones bind to what protocol. I have plenty of videos showing how to use OpenTX multi-protocol radios, just like that. So that's it. So say we had the XK450. What would we do? We would turn the drone on. We would get to the XK450 protocol, and we would... Nope, we gotta go over. How do we go over? Unless it's automatically binding, which that's that beeping you hear. You should be able to go over though. Let's see. There we go. So that button is going to make you go over, and we can focus on it, and then we would hit enter. That means it's looking to be bound. We can hit return. We can hit return, and that gets us back there. So if we hit here, nope, you got to long hold it. Long hold to get to your models. And then we can go up here. We're in setup. We're on page 2 of 12. To get to the other pages, you would go over here. Inputs, if you had to reverse or change your inputs, you would do it here. Mixers, if you had to change your mixers, you would do it here. You can also channel 5, 6, and 7, add on your toggles if you had toggle functions. Here is where you would reverse stuff as well. You could change that arrow to face the other way, and it will reverse the channel. Pretty simple stuff. This is not hard. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, smash the subscribe button. Questions, comments, concerns, put it down below. Later.